Welcome to the channel. Shocking photo of the world.
1960 to TV with manual black and white box with antenna and paper manual. A 100-year-old suit. This suit saw the world when cars were just starting to puff. The first Barbie, the Queen of Dolls, the original Barbie, who started the whole thing. Her style still sets the tone. Farmhouse phone, an old rotary phone that my grandfather had hanging on his wall. Making calls on it is like spinning a roulette wheel. Mobile with a push-button keyboard. Found my old Mobile with a removable keyboard. Remember how we poked at the buttons to write one SMS. Table for 12 from 1893, a massive wooden table bought in the Netherlands. It was probably used to discuss world wars and drink to victory. A laptop with backlight from the 2000s. We dug it up at work. Black wedding dress, 1860s. Imagine 20-year-old bride marries 83-year-old grandfather in a black dress. A story worthy of a TV series. Calculator from great-grandma's attic, an old calculator that looks like something out of a spy movie. And it still counts. Vacuum cleaners a century apart. My mother keeps two vacuum cleaners from the same company. One is modern, the other is 100 years old. Both work, but the old one looks like a tank. Shell gas station from the 1930s, a gas station in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It looks like gangsters used to drive in old Cadillacs. ThinkPad, 1997 versus 2011 to ThinkPads, 14 years apart. One is a brick, the other is almost modern, but both are legends. Dodge 3500. Then, and now Dodge pickups with a difference of 38 years. The old one is like your grandfather, strong and stern. The new one is just a beast. Mobile collection, 19,972,009. From bricks with an antenna to the first touch screens. This collection is like evolution in your pocket. Vladimir Vysotsky and Marina Vladi. Sheremetyevo Airport, Moscow, 1969. The premiere of the French film The Sorceress in the USSR caused quite a stir. Marina Vladi, who played the main role, charmed the audience with her charisma and grace. Charlie Chaplin and Winston Churchill, Los Angeles, 1929. During a trip to America, Churchill met Chaplin, and their conversation grew into a friendship that lasted 4 years. Victor Tsoi at the poster of the Kino Group, Leningrad, 1980s. A legend of Russian rock, whose song still resonates in the hearts of millions. Tsoi's work is the voice of the era, which does not fade away over the years. Tove Jansson in her studio, Finland, 1956. The creator of the Moomins. Tove was not only a writer, but also a talented artist. Her books and illustrations are full of warmth and wisdom. Maya Plisitskaya, on the bank of the Moscow River, 1956. The legendary ballerina, whose skill combined impeccable technique and deep emotionality. Plisitskaya became a symbol of the ballet art of the 20th century. Charlotte Rampling on the set of Abduction, Sardinia, 1966. A British actress whose career has spanned decades, from iconic roles in the 60s to her recent work in Denis Villeneuve's Dune. Her talent and charisma are timeless. Prince Charles water skiing, 1970. This informal shot of Prince Charles was taken by Ray Belisario. His style often irritated the royal family, but it was these images that showed the human side of the monarchy. In 1958, the cranes are flying on the Palme d'Or, and Tatiana Samoylova was awarded for her sophistication. Jane Mansfield and Tatiana Samoylova, Cannes, 1958. Scylla Gable, Italy, 1961. Italian actress whose grace captivated audiences. Edita Pica with her husband Alexander Bronwitsky, 1966. A bright pop star whose songs became anthems of their time. Mick Jagger after his wedding to Bianca Perez, St. Tropez, 1971. The leader of the Rolling Stones, whose personal life has always been under the spotlight of cameras, remains one of the most charismatic figures in rock music. Brigitte Bardot dancing on a rooftop, Paris, 1952. Young Bardot, who had been passionate about dancing since childhood, already at the age of 18 exuded a magnetism that made her a world star. Marisa Alacio with fans, Rome, 1955 Italian actress, whose popularity in the 50s made her a youth idol. Paul McCartney with his wife Linda and dog Martha. Scotland, 1970. A frame full of warmth and comfort shows the legendary Beatles, surrounded by his family, Elaine Delon and Romy Schneider backstage. Paris, 1961. Their love became a legend, inspiring millions. Delon once said, "She was my one true love." Walter and Margaret Keane at work. 1960. The story of the big-eyed paintings created by Margaret, but attributed to Walter, shocked the world. A court confirmed her authorship, giving the artist the recognition she deserved. Robert Kennedy on a plane. 1968. A moment of peace for a politician whose life was full of struggle and ideas. Frida Kahlo, 1926. Young Frida, whose passion for art and life made her one of the most recognizable artists of the 20th century. Boris Grebenshchikov and Viktor Tsoi, 1983. Two kings of Soviet rock in one frame. Grebenshchikov with his aquarium, and Tsoi with Kino, and the voices of a generation whose songs became anthems of freedom. Boris Pasternak, 1957. Poet, writer, translator. Pasternak was a true literary giant. His Dr. Zhivago blew up the world, and his lines still resonate. Paul McCartney, 1968. The Beatle who changed music. Paul McCartney is the epitome of charisma in this shot. The Beatles changed the world, and his solo career has proven that he is a legend in his own right. Yuri Gagarin with Valentina, 1963. The first man in space and his muse. Gagarin, with a rare exacta Verox camera in his hands, is not only a hero, but also an avid photographer. Angela Davis, Moscow, 1971. Activist, philosopher, rights fighter. Angela Davis was a force to be reckoned with. Her visit to the USSR and the Free Angela Davis campaign made her a global icon. Sophia Loren, 1961. Style icon and screen star at a picnic. Sophia Loren exudes the elegance and charisma that have made her a legend of world cinema. Anthony Hopkins with his parents, 1960s. The future Oscar winner and master of transformation. This photo with his family shows Hopkins before his big fame, young, but already with a spark of genius. Ilya Ilf, 1928. A satirist whose novel The 12 Chairs, written with Yevgeny Petrov, became a classic. His humor is sharp as a blade and still relevant today. Anastasia Vertinskaya, 1970. The brightest star of Soviet cinema. Her roles, from Gutier in The Amphibian Man to theater classics, became part of the cultural code. This shot conveys her magnetism. Nikita Khrushchev and Fidel Castro, 1964. An informal moment on a hunt. Khrushchev buys Castro a drink after the Cuban Missile Crisis. This visit was about more than politics. It was an attempt to build trust. Ingrid Bergman with her daughters, 1952. The Swedish actress whose sophistication conquered Hollywood. In this picture, she's a happy mother with twins Isota and Isabella Rossellini, radiating warmth and grace. Leo Tolstoy with his granddaughter Tanya, 1908. The great writer in Yasnaya Polyana, next to his beloved granddaughter. This shot is a rare glimpse of Tolstoy the man, full of love and wisdom. Michael Jackson, 1979. The king of pop was Charlie Chaplin, whom he idolized. This shot is pure Michael, talent, charisma, and a tribute to the great inspiration. Pablo Picasso and Franz Gillet, 1948. A passionate affair and creative union. Gillet was not just Picasso's muse, but also his partner in art. This shot is a flash of their colorful, complex history. June Palmer, 1960s British pin-up model and actress whose energy and charm made her a star of the era. John Travolta and Gerard Depardieu, 1981. Two titans of cinema in one frame in France. Travolta's charisma and Depardieu's power are a meeting that sparkles. Brigitte Bardot, 1960s. An icon of style and freedom. Bardot in this shot embodies the boldness and femininity that made her a legend. Robert De Niro, 1973. A young De Niro before his iconic roles with Scorsese. This shot captures him on the cusp of fame, hungry for great roles.